Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Combo Convo. Today we're discussing the 41st episode of Dragon Ball Super. Omni-sama! Omni-sama! So Vic, 41st episode. Now this episode really feels like it's the capper of the Champa tournament, which is why we're doing this single episode today, because I feel like this is the one that kind of really puts the bow on this whole saga. What'd you think? What'd you think first of all of, we realized from the last episode that there was somebody above the gods, so maybe we should talk about they call them Zeno, but they also call them Omni King, King of the Universe. This seems Zeno, like the guy of many names.
Yeah, Zeno's his name, and Ami and Sama is his title. Mm-hmm. So I kind of figured, I guess I should have figured that there's somebody above Beerus. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense to be him. How powerful he is, that's the big question and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it was interesting, first you see him, he's kind of ridiculous. Like, you're thinking, this is the most badass dude there ever is and there ever will be. And there's like nobody above him. That's the thing about it. This is like, now at the end game, there should be nobody above him, because they say he's the king of everything, all there is.
That's it.
If this was Marvel, he'd be the one above all. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we have the end game guy, this is Goku's final hurdle, it's got me excited for that reason. But this episode here had a lot of questions, there's like a lot of kind of mysterious kind of things, and it goes back to what I was kind of saying before. Mm-hmm. It's like where they're gonna go with this. I mean, he's funny. I thought the episode was hilarious. That was one thing. Episode, this was real funny. I mean, from beginning to end, just with him, the first time he speaks, it's just funny. Goku, the way he's trying to the way he approaches him, he always lack of disrespect and stuff. And them always telling him you know who the hell this is. Well,
it's funny to see both Champa and Beerus be very just super scared of him. So we know he's powerful, but that was just funny in itself. Their eyes are bulging out. They're bowing their heads. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's so powerful that even Whis, and I keep forgetting her name, but the girl Whis, they threw Champa and Beerus under the bus, because, the king came in and he was like, I came here because I heard that there was this fight that's so arbitrary, maybe I should look for... Oh, no, he doesn't even say it at that point, but he's like, I find it funny that, you guys are not even doing your job. You're actually just performing this tournament rather than doing your job. And right away, Whis and the other girl, hey, just want to let you know, we try to tell them that, he was sleeping the whole time. I'm trying to wake him up. And she's like, yeah, he's fat. I'm trying to give him a healthy diet. And he's just like, no, I don't want any of that. So they were quick to throw them under the bus. I thought that was funny. But it also shows how scary this character is, or how powerful it is that they're just holy crap. I mean, I find it funny that you have all these powerful people and yet they have bodyguards. The king of kings, the king of all the universe, and he has these two badass twin bodyguards. I'm like, does he really need them?
Well, it's I think it's kind of
it's royalty.
It's like Frieza and his henchmen. Frieza's so much more powerful than his henchmen, but he has them. Or Thanos using the Chitauri.
True.
Or or let's just say
or any king,
or any UFC fighter, UFC champion. What does Cain Velasquez need and stuff for a bodyguard when he could go out there and smoke everybody there is, or for Risu Verdun. So it's but why? Yeah. I think it's just for convenience. It's just they don't want you handle my light work.
He doesn't want to. Yeah, he doesn't want to deal with
But his bodyguards were interesting because it's I think the fear wasn't just necessarily with Zeno. I think the fear was also with his bodyguards. They seem they're very powerful. Yeah. Now, are they a member of the race of what Whis and that female is? I forget her name too. Damn. Yeah. But is it are they a member of that race? Are they something completely different?
Yeah.
It would be interesting getting the backstory of them, as well as Zeno. Yeah. I would like to get a good backstory. I feel now's the time for them to do this.
Yeah.
However, I don't think we're gonna get any of that. I don't think we're gonna get a period. I really don't. I don't think we're gonna get a backstory. We didn't really get too much of a backstory about Beerus and Champa. Right. What made them the gods of destruction? Why them? Yeah. They went through training, and what is Whis and what is what is her? What are their roles? You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
Why are they not the god of destruction? Like they haven't given that explanation. I don't think we're gonna get any of that stuff with him, and it sucks too because I don't think there's gonna be really time. The way this series is moving goes back to what I said before.
Yeah.
It's going way too quick.
Yeah.
Because now the big reveal is what, like you said, they said that the tournament they did was it's like
It's
very
like practice.
Yeah, it's rudimentary. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you did that. It was interesting. It gave me a bigger idea. Let's go ahead and have this universal tournament, which was like, okay, damn, it's gonna be like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hopefully it's gonna be. That's gonna be, once they said that, I mean, we both looked. I saw it before he did, but I was, even when I saw it and I saw your reaction, it was like, oh, okay. So this was just a taste. This was just like, hey.
Well, it's got the promise of being very epic because the bottom line is like we already know Goku, Vegeta are in it.
Yeah.
We know that Hit is in it.
Yeah.
So now there's gonna be somebody we know who's gonna be more than likely more powerful than Hit in one of the other universes.
Yeah. Or as equal to.
Possibly, I think it's gonna be stronger.
I mean, even for me, I think even the lower grade people, I would love to see fights that don't include the high grade people. Like, I know Goku's like their ace. We know Hit is their ace. We know Vegeta's like right up there. But it would be interesting now to actually have other people of equal level kind of fighting off and kind of showcasing their power. Sure, these people won't be as strong as Goku or Vegeta, but I felt like that's what was missing, at least for me. It was like, damn, you already put your star player out. Of course your star player is going to demolish all these other people. It's like, let me see people who are equal power fighting each other so I can really appreciate who these characters are, and hopefully that's what they do with a bigger tournament. Is like, okay, cool, now please let's have Majin Buu fight somebody that's as equal power as Majin Buu. Let's have
let's not have him sleep.
Let's have him sleep because he slept. He just woke up at this episode. I was like, and it was funny. You even said it. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot this dude fell asleep. I did too. I was like,
I forgot he was there. Period. I mean, he was very inactive. They didn't even show like really too many like scenes with him even sleeping. But the thing about it goes back to it's going too quick. Like I don't think we're gonna get any of that.
Yeah,
they're very like he went complete opposite.
Yeah.
Like for what it took him for like the duration of like them handling Frieza and like the build up to Frieza. Yeah. They're doing the entire Dragon Ball Super thing, and I say entire Dragon Ball Super thing because where they gonna go from here? Now he's about to fight all the he's in his universe, so there's 11 more.
Yeah,
he's about to find out right now who is the greatest of all time.
Pretty much.
In all the universe, who is GOAT? We're about to find that out right now. So he wins the tournament. He doesn't win the tournament. I mean, I really don't know. Like, he would have to not win the tournament at this point.
Yeah.
For them to even go further with this. But what if he wins the tournament? Then where do you go from there? Like, where do you go?
Him fighting the king. Him fighting the king. Really.
And that has to be at the end of the day.
And that would be interesting if they end off the series. Imagine where Goku would be. But I don't see him taking that. That's the funny thing is like, even if, let's say, Goku were to fight the king, right? Let's say that's the end game. Is like, I want to be as powerful as the king of all kings. I don't see him taking that desk job. Like, to me, I feel like that's a desk job.
That was the thing about GT that I didn't like was the ending when Goku merged with the dragon. Because
I don't see him doing that.
Him just retiring. Like, okay, I'm GOAT, I'm the greatest, and I retire. I don't
see that.
I don't like it. I don't want to see that either. But like I said, it's like, where do you go from here? It's like, now I thought, okay, they're going to be future episodes where they can go to other universes and challenge their other universes individually. I thought, okay, 12 more, no, not 12,
like steps.
10 more sagas.
Sagas,
you know, and that's what I thought. Then I'm thinking to myself, it's like, well, he's always going to find one just a little bit better than him, So I was like, no, okay, having this massive tournament makes sense, but where do you plan on going? Because there's not going to be an episode 100. Right now we're at 41. Like, there's not going to be an episode 100. You realize that? Like, I don't see how they could be.
Well, I think it'll probably cap off. It depends on when the tournament happens, because I think they left it off where I definitely want to do a universe tournament, but they never had like a solid like, okay, it's gonna happen now. So it's gonna be interesting to see how long it takes before the King of Kings comes back and is like, okay, tournament, it's happening now, because he didn't really set a date.
But even if he doesn't set a date, they're only gonna do so amount of fillers in there. Like, I feel like Vegeta is gonna go explore
Sandal.
Sando. He's
Yeah.
gonna like do that. Goku and him are gonna have kind of a little bit thing going on there. Goku kind of mentioned he wanted to fight Hit like
A couple
tomorrow.
more times. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Hit
Even
just
hit
kind
me.
of dismissed him like, okay, I'll fight. I'll see you at the tournament, dude.
Yeah.
You're
He's
crazy.
like, you're crazy. Yeah.
Like we just fought and stuff, and you want to fight more. But
But that's gonna be the interesting part. Is where and you're right. Where's the filler time between whatever's gonna happen to the actual
and how
tournament?
much filler can you do during that time? It goes back to that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like they already hinted and teased at the tournament. We just saw a tournament, and now it kind of makes sense why he didn't go all in on this tournament.
Yeah.
But still, really, that doesn't make sense. I mean, there's like a lot they could do for a universal tournament like this. I would like to see the players change a little.
Yeah.
Gohan's been training while they've been away. I would like to see him in this tournament now. I would like them to see them actually use Majin Buu.
Yeah.
I would like to see where Piccolo develops from this. You know, I would like to see, I want to see, and I also got to find out how many members they're gonna have.
Right.
Because Piccolo might just say, "Fuck it," like I really wasn't like much of a factor in this. I'm done. You know, I don't see them using Frost in Universe 6 again. Because he burned his bridge with that.
Nobody would want him on the team.
And they already know that he cheats and stuff. I really don't. Even like with Magetta, you already know what his secret weapon was and stuff. Like, I feel like I feel like it's really just going to be maybe the top two. I think they're going to use the top two. I think there's going to be Hit, and I think it's going to be Kaba from Universe 6. I think it's going to be Goku and Vegeta for 7.
Yeah.
But that's. But then again, they kind of hinted at Nipples coming back. Thank you for using it for motivation. I'll call you up for the tournament.
Yeah.
And it's
it's motivation, yeah, just to keep Goku motivated to keep fighting. And I think that's the key is like, you know, even Gohan is saying is like, well, we always need to be prepared just in case you're not here. So I feel like there might be some things to play with, and even the preview to the next episode is a little weird on what's going on Earth. But I feel like it depends on what do they take advantage of leading up to the universe tournament. We know that that's now like maybe the end game is the universe tournament, but there's still stuff on Earth. There's still, you know, there's still stuff that they can play with, that if Goku goes away and trains for the universe tournament, that there's still stories to be told on Earth. And hopefully, you know, Gohan and Piccolo,
I mean, there's
people training.
There's stories I could think about, like what I would write in. Frost. I don't see them using it for a tournament. I don't think he should be a throwaway character.
And you know he wants vengeance. You
Goku and Vegeta are training with Beerus and Whis. I think now they're out the picture. Now Frost decides, you know what? Now that I know about this universe, I'm just gonna come in there and I'm just gonna
take vengeance.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a Frieza does.
Yeah.
A Frieza does that, and it would be cool if he could figure out, like, if they mentioned there's another version of me. What if he could try to resurrect that Frieza? And them doing some kind of fusion technique. That would be hot. I mean, there's stuff I could write in. And now the fact they're going to use other tournaments and stuff, like other universes, now's the time you can see that GT universe. Now's the time you can see that. You know?
Well, so that brings up to the interesting thing before we get to there. So the big thing that, you know, this whole show is called Dragon Ball. So this episode, we saw the universe, or Super Shenron, the universe Dragon Balls being used.
Yeah, that dude was insane.
And that was crazy to see how he basically engulfed universes, and they had to go into his body and see his aura, like the what they call the nucleus of Super Shenron, to actually even talk to him. And he spoke the language of the gods, so it wasn't like they could just speak to him in English or Japanese. They had to speak to him in his own language. So it was very interesting to see that level of holy crap, you know, this is the epic dragon, and to find out that, you know, Beerus's wish was to wish the Earth of Universe 6 to be revitalized. Now, again, this is the wishful thinking. This is the, you know, like we go back to what we were saying, like to build up on that. We don't know why Universe 6 got destroyed, the Earth on Universe 6. So it'd be interesting to see.
I think they kind of mentioned it. I don't remember what their explanation was.
They kind of went over it.
I kind of blew over it because I'm like, okay, well,
they're never gonna do.
It's not there, and this is not really. They don't really explain too much in this series. Like, none really gets explained too much. Like
which could be a benefit for this, because it's like you said, they never really explained why it went. Like, they brushed upon why Earth got destroyed or got whatever. Now would be a good chance for them to figure out, maybe there's a villain on there that they can bring in from that Earth to come to Earth 7. Like there's possibilities on there for them to use.
He also said that life got revived on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
So now that planet has a player. Now, mind you, they really have hit Kaba. We already know those are their two, and Botan and Magetta and Frost. Okay, those are their big five. But I don't see them using Frost anymore because, like I said, he burned his bridge with Champa, so Champa's not going to use him again.
Right.
So now so I feel like they're going to do a 5-man tournament again. So now, who from this planet are they going to use? And I have a funny feeling they're going to use somebody. Is it going to be like, I don't know, like who would they use? Would they use their version of Tien? Would they use their version of Piccolo? Would they use? I'm not sure.
It could even be a Saiyan, because think about it this way: they really haven't given much information on what this planet is.
The Saiyan planet, which is Sato, still exists.
Right. So, my dream scenario is like
a Saiyan went to that planet.
A Saiyan went to that planet. Some shit went down. They had an epic fight. It destroyed Earth, because Earth has always been destroyed before, multiple times on our version of Dragon Ball. And it would be interesting to see what happened on that planet that it got destroyed, that they couldn't bring back, that it just got ultimately kind of left in the dust. Like, even Champa was like, oh yeah, I think we had a version of it. We had to find it. We had to search to find it. Well, how long ago did that planet get destroyed that it was just considered like an afterthought? So again, this is me just wishful thinking moving forward. Like, there's potential there to really just add another player to the mix.
I feel like also with there's a lot of storylines I could write here. Like, I want this tournament to happen maybe a year from now.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Down the line.
They've done this before in the old Dragon Ball Z stuff, like, or even Dragon Ball. Like, they just pre-hinted at the future and stuff. Like, it took them 3 years to train for the androids.
Mm-hmm.
It took them like a year before they got to Planet Namek. So like time has always kind of went by with them. Mm-hmm. So they're not afraid to do that. I want them to go back to that because it gives time to develop other stuff. For instance, with this storyline with now this Earth reappearing and stuff, I would make it to where, like, now you got this kind of mystery, like kind of like, okay, I'm trying. There's a point I'm trying to get with this. Damn, Ray lost my train of thought because there's a lot they can actually do with this.
But that's I think at the end of the day is like that's what we want. Like there's a potential now. There's like almost revealing a secret character. It's like there's been no history of this planet or of this version of Earth.
That's
so you could literally write whatever you want for this planet.
What if that Piccolo won that tournament? That Goku had defeated Piccolo, the evil Piccolo, right? Mm-hmm. King Piccolo. What if that Piccolo won?
Mm-hmm.
But now he end up like having this kind of end game, like him and their version of Garlic Jr. Okay. Right. Now everything's kind of been reset back. Okay. And now they know, like, okay, where they made the mistakes. Maybe their dragon, went ape shit, like the way they did in GT.
GT, yeah.
And now they gotta fight their dragon, like their Shenlong and stuff.
And imagine if that dragon went crazy and now they revived everything back and now they have the Dragon Balls back. What would they wish for? I'm pretty sure they'd be like, what happened? Why are we all of a sudden back? Like, why?
And the other thing I was thinking about storyline they could do and stuff. Goku already kind of mentioned about Ubu. And he said Ubu was too young. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be too young. What if Goku says, you know what? I have the Dragon Balls in my universe. Why don't I make a wish for Ubu to kind of get fast-tracked forward and stuff, to become older and stuff,
Yeah.
Or what if he takes that year just to train little Ubu? And what if Ubu actually merges with Majin Buu because he's kind of a useless character, but they're not using him and stuff?
Yeah.
What if they did kind of like what they did in GT? Okay?
That'd be dope.
What if that planet is GT universe?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Going back to what you were saying. So earlier you were saying, what if we had that ultimate rivalry of like this is the GT universe or a GT-esque type universe, Earth? It could easily be that Earth. So I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully them doing something good with that reveal of Earth. I hope it's not just a throwaway. Like, I feel like it could easily just be a throwaway. Like, oh yeah, I got goodies, I got food now, just like Beerus has on his planet. I'm hoping that there's a reason why that planet got destroyed, and nice. Not even Champa knew about it. He was like, we have a Earth. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't
It'd
know
be
he-
nice if Beerus has some kind of weird ulterior motive, because it doesn't seem like he really does stuff at the kindness of his own heart. He always has like an ulterior motive and
Right.
stuff. Mind you, he was gonna let them smoke Champa smoke his entire crew.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think he can make it happen with Hit and stuff. I don't know why they even teasing at that.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why Goku's even asked permission to even spar with
With Hit?
not Hit.
Oh, with Nipples?
Nipples. You know what I'm saying? Like, when at this point, do you not realize that you could probably smoke this dude? I don't see how he could stand up to that kind of power at this point.
Yeah.
But
I think they're going on Goku's naivety.
it'd be
on that.
interesting to see whatever happened on that planet, and now they're like, what if they don't even have heroes? Now this is an interesting
Yeah.
thing where now you could take the Earthbound Universe 7 heroes, like Tien, Gohan, Piccolo, and now you could bring them to that planet. Like, well, they need protection.
Yeah.
So now they serve a purpose on that planet. Now they have other adventures.
And it could easily be Champa being like, hey, I'm gonna take some of your people and bring them. Well, I don't know if Champa would do that, but. And here's my other expectations for the series is like, okay, Goku obviously is gonna train. He wants to train. He already sees the eye on the prize, the universe battle. He wants to get, even though he's already, like you said, strong enough, but he wants to get stronger. So now you have an opportunity to not only build the characters on this Earth, but it's just like you said, take these characters and bring them to another Earth. Because you have already got the Space Patrolman. He's there. What's his name? Jacko. Jacko could easily be like, hey, look, guys, I kind of need help. Like, a Space Patrolman, we're new to Earth. Earth from Universe 6 has some strong people. Would you mind coming and helping us out just because we know who you are? Even that octopus guy. Who's the king of the patrolmen or whatever.
King of the universe,
or whoever this guy's supposed to be now that there's revealed there's a king among kings or whatever.
Well, he's like the king of everything. This guy's just king
right.
of everybody who's not strong.
So it could easily he could easily it seems like they have a bond now. Like he sat with them, he's acknowledged Krillin and everybody kind of in a way where it's like, oh, okay, these people are nice. So it would be cool if this Earth is that Earth with it's just full of villains. If you go Goku and Vegeta, just leave them at the side. They're way too powerful, and just go to this team and be like, hey, Team Universe 7, from Earth, I need you to go to Universe 6 and kind of, straighten things out, because Champa's just there to get food. Like, he could care less about whatever else is happening there, or just make some reason to have these adventures. That way we're not, like you said, we're not just jumping already to Universe Tournament, because I really doubt that they will go from episode 42 to like 50, let's just say 50 max, and make them fillers and then go right into the tournament. Because it's like you said, once you have the tournament and things have been going so fast, then I really don't see it going to 100. Because once you get to that Universe Tournament, it's like, where do you go from there? You got the best of the best. Goku's going to beat the best of the best, and now you're done. And now it's just like, all right, now what? So hopefully moving forward, there's some type of development. I think that's what I would want moving forward. Let's develop that Earth, develop these other characters, let Goku and Vegeta train whatever training they have to do, and just continue the tournament along. But I mean, we'll see where it goes from there. But high expectations. We always have high expectations because we know how good this series can be if you just take your time with it. We always have the funny part of the episode, and of course, to me, the funny part. I mean, this is an already funny episode. There's a lot to choose from, but I feel the Nipples reveal was hilarious, because I'm thinking this guy was maybe a fighter, or we knew he knew Beerus somehow, but to find out that this dude was like, it looked like he was like an electrician.
Yeah, he's like some kind of mechanic. He was smart enough to actually see something. He might have been, I don't know, maybe.
You could tell he had a little car. He had a little hat with a little wrench on it. So
some kind of foreman or something.
Some type of repair.
He's the one to kind of figure out like about the way the other Dragon Ball was.
Oh my god!
Look at things that 3-dimensional and stuff, and I'm like, how would he know that? Like, he's pretty smart.
He's a repairman, and the fact that he's like, he gave him like in his truck, he opens up, there's like all this money, and he's like, oh, thank you. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep you around to keep Goku motivated. He's like crying, like, no, please, no. So to me, that was a funny moment, with which an already funny episode. It was definitely a funny episode. But again, there's a lot of expectations now. I have hope and faith that now now that they reveal that this was just a tournament of what's to come, of a bigger tournament, you got to knock that out, because this, we were, hopefully if you were watching the other episodes that we've been doing, you saw that we were harping on, one, it was going too fast, two, it just felt like Goku and Vegeta were dominating this tournament. So now hopefully this is like, oh, okay, this is just our introduction to a newer style, or what's to come in Dragon Ball Super, which is now a universe tournament, which should be good. So hopefully, Toriyama, you've given us a taste. Now knock it out the park. Build the steps to get to that tournament eventually. But once we get to that tournament, you gotta, every fight has to count. And the way you make it count is by making everybody equal. Make these fights memorable, like we've seen in Dragon Ball Z, like we've seen in Dragon Ball. Make them memorable. And you got now a lot of time to do it. So we'll see. Next episode looks a little weird. I don't know what's going on in the next episode. It looks like Nipples is fighting somehow.
It's actually strong.
He's actually strong, and Piccolo's acting a little weird. And
hopefully he's strong. It would be nice if I wasn't wrong, kid.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what's going on in the next episode. But definitely this episode was, there's a lot to look forward to in the series. Hopefully if they play their cards right. Please. I wanna continue watching this with positive stuff. But yeah, that's it for this episode of Combo Convo. Don't forget, as always, subscribe, tweet us, let us know anything that you would like us to review as far as movies or comics. We will be coming out with comics coming soon. And of course, Game of Thrones, we'll be reviewing that. So again, subscribe, like, share. And as always, as I say, we'll see you later.